Hey everyone, it's Joel from MoonlitsHollow. Today we're doing the part 2 of our Spirit Keeping 101. This video is based on the questions that Myth left in the previous video in the comments. I thought it would be a good little second part to do, answer their questions and provide some more background to the subject of Spirit Keeping. So we're going to just jump right in. The first question was how to hone and confirm your communication with companions. I myself come from a different background. I come from a very energy work focused background. I was around in the days of Psy Nation, of Psy Warriors, a long time ago now, but when those sites were around, Kin Sanctuary, places like those, I was around. I came from a very energy work focused background. It was referred to as psionics back in those days. Building that foundation energy work, which is the basis for all things magic, craft, path related, and the basis for spirit working, that gave me the ability and the practice to build my senses, to build my spiritual senses. I can communicate readily with spirits like I talk to people in real life. I can hear them, see them, smell them, sense them, interact with them on a variety of levels with all my senses intact. I don't use my physical senses, I use my spiritual senses of my soul to interact with them. This is the biggest problem in the spirit keeping community, I think, personally, or one of the big problems. A lot of people don't have any basis with their senses. They can't readily sense or interact with their spirit companions. They instead make use of tarot or oracle cards, pendulum, other forms of divination. Now, don't get me wrong; those methods are great, and they are really good at communicating with spirits, and as a means of dealing with lots of different things. They're great, but wouldn't you like to get to the point where you can readily speak to a spirit, like like you talk to a person in real life? You know, you talk to them like normal. Okay. A lot of people don't have the background in energy work, and that's fine. Different paths do different things, but it's my biggest recommendation, and I can never stress this enough. You need to have a basis in energy work, or you should have a basis in energy work in order to approach anything really, whether it's magic, hermetics, Norse runes, um, elemental magic, witchcraft, different ceremonial magic, rituals, working with a pentagram, whatever it is, banishings, everything. If you can do things on a level of energy work, you will be, you know, further ahead than your colleagues or your peers. Okay? Because magic, in a sense, is just a means of, refining and directing energy to achieve a purpose or a set of purposes. Okay? If you can interact with that energy, the basis of everything, the foundation for everything, you'll be far ahead. You'll also be able to build your spiritual senses. Okay, so really get into it. There's lots of resources online. I think there's still some archives of Veritas Society, of Sign Nation, in those sort of places that comes under the topic psionics, sorry, but the basis is still the same for the exercises. I'm sure there's other archives floating around off the net. Definitely check them out. So look into building that foundation, okay? Really important. Everyone should have it, I think, in my opinion. I think you would be able to be reaching that high level of practice a lot sooner. Still takes time. It still takes a lot of dedicated practice, patience, and effort, and just, trial, you know, and failure. You need to fail a lot of times. Um, Practice. You just need to practice, okay? The more you practice, the more your senses develop, the better your practices become. Regularly expose yourself to your companions in the sense of, their presence. Try to talk to them often. Try to reach out. The more you expose yourself to their presence, to their, voices to interactions with them, the more your senses will develop. Okay. Same with your practices. Expose yourself safely, of course, to energy work, to working with others, to practicing scans, soul dives, different readings. The more you practice, the better you become. It's as simple as that. How do you hone and confirm your communication with companions? Look, everyone suffers from doubt, okay? Particularly in what we do. I still suffer from doubt from time to time. Something I used to struggle with a lot. But now it's sort of, you know, if I doubt something, I try to corroborate or um, sort of cross-analyze it with different senses or different means to confirm what I'm seeing. And if there's two or three senses that align, must be right. Okay. There will always be an element of doubt. You need to push past it. We need to focus less on interpretation of what you're hearing, what you're sensing, and just take the raw data. Okay. You just need to learn to build that trust in your intuition, in your heart, your gut feeling, your instincts, whatever you call it. It's basically the same thing. Just trust yourself, okay? If you're wrong, so what? That's okay. You made a mistake, you acknowledge it, and you can improve from it, okay? Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, okay? You can also confirm your communication through other practitioners, but you need to build your own practices first. You can't be relying on your colleague or peer or friend all the time, okay? It'll eventually become annoying, okay? It's like when, I'm not sure if everyone can sympathize with this, but it's like when you become a young adult, you get your Ps or your provisional license or whatever license in your country where it says you can drive alone and you can carry passengers without an adult around you or a guardian. All your friends suddenly want rides everywhere. They love hanging out with you because you can drive them places. Okay? It gets annoying. Okay, that's the best example I can think of. Um, okay, so regardless of how good of a friend they are and how much they want to help out, you can't rely on them all the time. This is your practice. These are your companions. Act like it. Okay? Um, Number two, how to task your companions. Now, when I say this next part, I'm not in any way, shape, or form having a go or trying to be rude to the person who asked these questions. Not at all. In my opinion, that's not a great phrasing of that question. You can't task your companions, okay? They're your friends, they're your equals, your guides, whatever the relationship is. Um, okay? You can't tell them to do things. You should not be telling them to do things or demanding anything. You should be asking a question. Hey, I need help with this. Can you help me out? Or someone in our spirit family is struggling with this. Can you go help them, please? Okay? They're not your slaves. They're not your servants. They're not subservient to you. Every spirit companion should be based on trust and on an equal playing field. Okay? You need to have that relationship with them as platonically or whatever the connection may be. You need to have that basis, okay? They're not your slaves. Don't treat them like it. Just ask them questions. Um, you should also be bringing things to the table, helping them with different things. You may not be consciously helping them, but subconsciously, your soul may be interacting with them and helping them along or being a friend or whatever, okay? So don't task, ask, okay? That's the big takeaway. Number three, what are offerings? Do they really need it? Also, on non-disposable offerings, i.e., any item that cannot dash how to keep it brimming with energy. Okay, so let's grab a drink. So offerings are like a gesture. It's like when you buy your mother flowers on Mother's Day, or buy a partner flowers, or a box of chocolates. Okay, hang on a moment. Don't drink Coke; it's not good for you. Okay. um, it's just a physical gesture, okay? Because we can't always readily interact with a spirit on the spiritual plane. We leave out some gemstones or a gift or an incense or a scent to say, hey, we appreciate you. I hope you like it. It's just a gift, okay? I feel like a lot of practitioners, or spirit keepers in particular, forget the basis of their relationships. Gifts aren't everything, okay? Have you ever heard of a conversation? Of a meaningful interaction, okay? Have conversations, interact with them, spend time with them, get to know them, their past, their whatever they want to share. Talk to them about your favorite movies or what sort of genres you like, have meaningful conversations. That's probably the best tip I can give you in terms of offering. Don't worry about them. Interact with your companions. But if you want to leave a gesture or do something nice for them, absolutely do it, because it's a nice way to get through to them and show you appreciation, basically. Okay. Um, Look, when it comes to keeping things charged in terms of energy work foundations. Okay, if you can set up, energy is susceptible to intention and to focus and to direction from someone through their willpower. You can, with the correct knowledge, basically program energy to act in a certain way. So you could program a construct, which is basically think of it like a little machine out of energy. You give it fuel, you give it direction, you give it programming, instructions. It does the instructions, and it usually has a means of keeping itself sustained or full up on energy slash fuel in this circumstance. So with that energy work foundation, you can figure out how to keep things charged, to absorb energies from your ambient surroundings, or ambient energies, which is your environmental energies around you at any given time, and basically convert that into fuel or keep it charged. Okay. You can also, simple things are, place it in moonlight, get it charged up. You can also set things up to be charged by the sun as well, or other elemental forces. Okay. Number 4, how to develop a strong bond with your companion. See how we're going for time. Okay. Look, they are, you know, as I said in my previous video, they're people too, okay? Talk to them, interact with them, get to know them, ask them questions, show your interest. You can do little offerings, as in gestures as well, but the main thing is talk to them. They're a person just like you, okay? They're an individual just like you. Treat them like it, okay? You know, that's how do you build a bond with one of your friends? Okay, you're there for them, you support them, you listen to them, you know, you spend time with them, you make time for them, okay? It's as simple as that, okay? Question number 5. I can't feel my spirits, troubleshooting and what to do. You need to build that basic foundation, okay? You need to continue to practice, you need to continue to expose yourself to the spirits, to their presence, try and work with them, okay, as much as you can. We can't spend all day every day, but even just 5 minutes a day in the evening, trying to just sort of reach out to your spirits, to your companions, try to work with them, try to call out to them mentally in your mind, hear their voices, and ask them how their day was. Simple things like that will help you. Okay. Things you need to know before you start spirit keeping. It's the 6th question. Okay, spirits are not your playthings. They're not your slaves, your servants. They're people. Treat them like people. Okay? Don't get a spirit if you don't know how to talk to spirits, or you lack the ability or the foundations in your senses to speak with the spirit. Okay? These spirits, when they come here, they want to make a connection. They want to make a meaningful connection, generally. This is a generalization. To someone. They want to learn and see, get an insight into Earth, through the eyes of another. It's like when you, like a foreign exchange student, basically. They've come from Japan to Australia to experience the culture, see what it's like, meet the people, the locals. They want to see that how the, different country lives, the laws and society, how it operates, okay? Same thing with spirits generally. They want to establish a meaningful connection, usually a platonic connection, a friendship. Okay? What else do we have here? Don't just pick a spirit because, oh, they look cool, they're nice and powerful, they can help me do this. They're going to be, they're going to help me become empowered and strong and whatever, okay? Sorry, excuse me. They're not here to serve you, okay? They're here for a meaningful relationship. If you can't offer that to them, don't buy them or don't interact with them in that sense, okay? Look, I could go on all day about things I think are wrong with the spirit keeping community. And that's not to say everything's wrong with them. That's not true. There's many great people out there that treat spirits with respect, have great, meaningful relationships, and do really awesome things, okay? But I see a lot of issues. As an outsider recently coming into that community, I've seen a lot of issues, particularly things that rub against my background and my beliefs, but that's okay. But I will avidly defend spirits that are being mistreated and situations that are not ideal for both parties, both the individual and the spirit. Okay? Common mistakes of beginner spirit keepers. Everything I've said in this video this far, basically a beginner mistake. Okay? Eighth question was things to be aware of or things to do when adopting your first dark art spirit. Look, I don't say dark and light are good or bad. You should know this by now if you've been paying attention to my videos. I don't group because someone has dark energies doesn't make them bad. Light energies don't make you good. Nothing to do with it. It's all individual personality. Okay, that's out the way. Let's go on with the question. Look, but working with those spirits that have those tendencies or that sort of alignment or personality traits, okay, you need to be respectful, okay, and you should try to maintain clear communication, okay. A lot of conflicts can be avoided by having clear communication, by having trust, by having a relationship, okay. These types of spirits will and can react violently and aggressively at a snap of the fingers, basically. Okay, you just need to treat them like a person, but be mindful. Okay, be mindful of what they like, what they don't like. Um, just understand that they might be a little bit chaotic in the way they approach life and how they behave. Okay, I I see a lot of people that don't have understanding of dark energies or light energies adopting these types of spirits. Okay, I feel like the best defense for you guys would be to have knowledge, okay, and go out and learn. It's not easy. The resources aren't there. A lot of the books you buy these days won't have the information there, okay, but you just need to just understand that these are people. They just might be a little bit more chaotic. You need to be respectful. As long as you treat a spirit appropriately, you're respectful, you try to have good communication in accordance with your busy lifestyle, whatever it may be, you'll be fine, okay? As long as you can have that trust, build that relationship, and everything's positive, you'll be fine. No issues, okay? But if you can't build that relationship and there's issues there, it will resound in your work with that spirit, okay? Number 9, avoiding neglect. What if I'm too busy? Going through hard times. These spirits aren't bound to you. They have their own well, they are bound to you, but they're not focused solely on you. They have their own lives, their own livelihoods, experiences. They're off elsewhere at the same time. They're not just focused around your day. Some may be, but generally they're dealing with things elsewhere as well. Okay, so they understand if you get busy. Just say, hey, I'm really busy tonight. Can we talk tomorrow? Or I'm really drained today. Can I catch up with you later in the week? Just be open and honest. Treat them like a person. Okay? It's as simple as that. Number 10, tips for solidifying the bond during the 30-day bonding period. Everything I've said in this video. Build connections, talk to them, treat them like people, okay? Just practice, do your best. If they see you're trying, That's generally enough, okay? If it's not for them, they'll leave, and that's okay. You might find a spirit that's better suited to you down the track, okay? So just don't worry about it so much. Um, okay, I think we're about done there. I don't want to keep it going for too much longer. Um, look, a lot of what I say is just repeating myself, okay? And that's okay, I suppose, but I'm hoping to release other videos, not just on spirit keeping, that will help people think about things a bit more and see them from a different perspective. Open their mind a little bit to different opinions and different thought processes. Okay? I probably could have answered most of your questions in one hit. Thank you for your comment. I do appreciate it. If you have any other suggestions, leave another comment, or any responses or opinions, experiences, please do share with us. I think that will conclude it for today. I hope that everyone gleaned something from the video. Okay, everyone have a great day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.